Lots of people continue to move to Mississauga, Canada's sixth largest city, because of its strong economy with many job opportunities, its diverse multicultural community, its great schools, and many shopping and dining opportunities. But there are reasons why you may not want to move to Mississauga. In fact, I've come up with 7 good reasons for not moving here. And you want to pay close attention to this video because maybe this city is not for you. Hi, this is Freedom Malhotra, your local Toronto realtor. I absolutely love helping people like you learn everything you need to know about Toronto and the greater surrounding Toronto area. If you're thinking about moving to Toronto or relocating here, consider booking a Zoom call with me. Give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I'm here to help in any way I can. Now, if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing because every week I'm releasing new and exciting videos about the best of Toronto living. And with that, let's dive into this video. Let's talk about 7 reasons why you may not want to move to Mississauga. The number one reason why Mississauga may not be for you is that housing is expensive and you need to factor those costs in. The reason, of course, is demand. There's lots of demand to live here in this city, and the demand is affecting rental prices and the cost of buying, to entering the market as a real estate owner. So where are we at here? At the time of filming this video, as you can see from the fall trees behind me right over there, it's October 2024. And what we're looking at is the rental prices starting for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment is about $2,400, $2,500. That's the starting. Depending on the square footage, you're looking at, on the smaller end, 500 square feet to upwards of 700, 800 square feet. Now, that just factors the rent. Of course, we need to consider some extra utilities depending on the buildings. But I'm talking about the buildings behind me here. These are all square one Mississauga downtown buildings, premium buildings, really nice. And depending on what you're looking for, great value. Now, buying is a whole different story. Now, if you're looking at buying and entering the market, an average detached home is about $1.5 million today. An average semi-detached home in Mississauga is going for just over $1 million. An average townhome, we're looking at around approximately $775,000. And your average condo apartment is just a little over $600,000, to give you an idea. Now, the good news is we've got lots of financing solutions that can help you enter the market. I've got great connections with mortgage brokers. We can sit down and sort all that out. But this will give you a good idea. Most people do need a mortgage to buy a home. So those are the costs you need to factor. Second reason for not moving to Mississauga is the cost of living. Over the years, with inflation on the rise, we've seen Mississauga residents struggling day to day. As you can see behind me is one of the many shopping centers, grocery shopping centers of Mississauga. Here at the corner of Mississauga and Eglinton Road, we've got No Frills, one of the major grocery shopping centers. And you'll find typical families of 4 are spending easily an average of $250 a week, which is about $1,000 a month on groceries. And when you factor the other costs, like car insurance, a vehicle, your telephone, cell phone bill, utilities, on and on, daycare if you have children, it's getting harder and harder for families to get by month to month. And so this is something we've got to factor, we got to sit down and work out when you're thinking of moving to the city. And it's also a reason why some people are leaving. Another good reason for not moving to Mississauga is the traffic. There's a lot of road congestion. And although we have a really good public transportation system, as you can see behind me is the My Way Central Station near Square One Mall. And we've got a great public bus system, which is called My Way. We've also have the GO train system, which we have plenty of trains going in and out, going west and east, taking you to downtown Toronto and other urban centers. But still, Mississauga still is a city where it's a lot easier to get around with a car. You'll find yourself waiting a lot for buses and a lot for trains, and even though they're there and very convenient, a car is really helpful, of course. But with that, you've got to contest with all the traffic. And especially around this downtown core and the peak hours during, going to work and coming back from work, there's so much traffic. It's surging with traffic. Remember, we've got a city of over 800,000 people in Mississauga. So this is almost inevitable with being Canada's 6th largest city. But for some people, this is too much. And you've got to assess whether you fall into that category or not. I've driven over here just about 10 minutes from downtown Mississauga, right at the intersection of Hurontario and Eglinton. Just to give you a glimpse behind me, you can see the railway tracks. This is the Hurontario LRT, which is running pretty much for a big part of the Hurontario Street. And Hurontario Street is a major road in Mississauga, connecting people to many residential neighborhoods. Also the major highways like QEW, 403, 401. And there's been a lot of controversy around Hurontario LRT. I'll let you Google it up, but it's a $5.6 billion taxpayer project, and it's supposed to alleviate traffic, and that's the controversy. Some people believe it won't, but for now it's disrupting traffic, hence adding to the congestion issue I spoke of. So the solutions that people in Mississauga are trying to find, of course, is to move around, find alternative routes that avoid this major road. The fourth reason for not moving to Mississauga is the construction. It gets loud, especially in downtown Mississauga, where we've got lots of buildings being built by major builders. Just behind me, we've got Amicon. You see that construction site there. Just up the street on the northeast corner of Rathburn and Confederation, we've got Daniels completing their building. And YMCA, just up the street, that's been there forever, has been bought out by a builder. The building is not going to stop because the demand, as I mentioned, in Mississauga is so high that because a lot of the land has disappeared, we're looking at high-rise buildings being the solution from the growing demand and the growth in population. But for a lot of people, the city is losing its charm. There's a lot of noise, it's hard to find parking, and it's becoming like downtown Toronto. If you want to find parking, you've got to pay for it. Luckily, it's not as expensive, but it's a fact. This is not going away. The good news is, if you're an investor, if you like a busy, bustling city, Mississauga is heading fast in that direction. And as an investor, of course, you're looking for this. You're looking for development. You're looking for demand. A lot of people who want to rent want to live in Mississauga downtown because it's convenient. And so all those are great factors as an investor. Now, if you're looking for a 24/7 nightlife like downtown Toronto has to offer, unfortunately, you're going to be thoroughly disappointed with Mississauga, which is a city that tends to be more family-oriented and a lot quieter. Unlike downtown Toronto, where you've got late-night clubs, late-night eateries, and lots of music concert options and so many events going on, Mississauga is a lot more mellow. Things tend to shut down a lot earlier in the city. Of course, we've got some sports clubs, like right behind me, we've got the Wave, and there are some other sports bars in the city, but nothing like downtown Toronto. So if you like the quieter city, but want to also enjoy the nightlife, you'll have to do what a lot of downtown Mississauga residents do, which is jump in their car or take public transport and head to the city for those venues. The sixth reason for not moving to Mississauga is the population density. As the city continues to grow, it's getting overcrowded, especially here in the downtown Mississauga area. We find as the buildings keep popping up, more and more people moving here, it's getting overcrowded. The foot traffic, the parking situation, overcrowded public spaces is a huge issue. So you'll find this is only going to escalate. So population density, especially in the weekends or the holidays, most people gravitate towards the downtown core because there tends to be special events at Celebration Square. There's lots of shopping and dining, and this is what people have to do, pretty much. This is the major attraction of the city, and that's not going away. The seventh and final reason for not moving to Mississauga is the winter weather. If you prefer warmer temperatures, Mississauga may not be for you. In fact, many cities in Canada may not be for you because we've got the harsh weather here. Right now, it's a nice October fall day, a very warm one, in fact, unusually warm. Temperatures in autumn are usually between 5 to 15 degrees Celsius, but temperatures will drop quickly and swiftly. By the time we get to January and February, we're looking at average temperatures between negative 4.5 and negative 5.5 degrees Celsius. And for shorter periods of time throughout the winter, temperatures can drop well below freezing, up to as low as negative 15 degrees. So this, of course, affects your commutes, going back and forth for work. People drive slower with with battling through the winter, icy conditions, snowfall. Also, if you don't lean into the winter sports, it's going to be tough to survive the winters here. So my best advice is pack a shovel, because you're going to have to shovel that snow in the winter, and lean in and somehow find joy in the cold weather. One of the big tips I've learned throughout the years is layers. It's important to wear layers. Don't just wear one like a sweater, have a shirt underneath, have a t-shirt, because the temperatures fluctuate. Be cold outside, warm inside. It could get warm suddenly and then suddenly get very cold, temperatures drop. So layers are of course helpful. But if you really prefer the warmer temperature, I would think twice. Now, the good thing about Mississauga and Toronto is we've got the 4 seasons, real 4 seasons. So if you want to enjoy seasons and fluctuations, you're going to get a real spring, a real summer, a real fall. As you can see, the fall leaves behind me with the beautiful colors and the trees, and you're going to get a real winter. So if you're going to enjoy the winter sports, take up skiing, skating, you're going to love this city. But if not, Mississauga may not be for you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I've got lots of great content for you. And if you need help, shoot me a text, send me an email, give me a call, or book a Zoom call below. I'm here to help in any way I can.